From this CD, I just want to show you two themes. One is the Rebel, der Rebell, and one is Abendwind im September, which means smooth wind in December. Piano Dreams Volume 1. An excerpt from my album Stadtstille. These two tracks are my favorites from this album, I think. Here's an excerpt from the album Piano Dreams Volume 2, Shallow 1, Amelie and Fröhlich, which means happy.
Hello and welcome to my live stream studio this evening. My name is Kelsey Lee Cate, and if we're just meeting for the first time, I'm so happy that you're here tonight. And the gentleman that you just got to hear a little snippet from was Christoph Pagel, and he is a friend of mine who hails from Berlin, Germany, and we chatted back in June, and I recorded a podcast with him for my Create Like You live show. And we actually thought, hey, we have an idea here of how we might be able to do a collaboration. So I'll share a little bit more about that as we go on, but I just wanted to give you a little taste into Christoph's style. And I also just want to warm us up a little bit with some fun, kind of Christmassy vibes. How do you like my Christmas tree behind me? I actually literally just found it in the garage right before starting. I'm ratting myself out. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so fun to see all of you in the chat here. Hello, Jenny Holland. Great to see you. Greetings over in YouTube world. And Joanna Gist, hello, my friend. Great to see you. Yes, he is very talented. If you're just tuning in here, welcome to my live stream tonight. I'm so happy that you're here in studio with me. And actually, Christoph had shared this live stream with his followers. And right now he is sleeping because it is kind of getting toward the middle of the night over in Germany, but he shared this. So friends, if any of you are here because of Christoph and he sent you to this live stream tonight, please say hello in the chat. I would love to meet you, connect with you. And I am from the Seattle area, and so my studio is technically Silver Lake if you're in the general region here. And I have been sharing music in the region for many years now, and I started live streaming back in 2020. And I took a brief hiatus in fall, and I might share about that more later. We'll see how much time we have. But I just re-upped my live stream 2 weeks ago, and then took a break for Thanksgiving, of course, and then now I'm back here and getting to share with you about Christoph and his music, and so I'm very happy that you are all here with me tonight. Hello to Gary and Anita Peluso. Hi, friends. Just a little down south. Hello, hello. I actually saw the picture of your Christmas tree, or your Christmas scene outside your house. It looked very nice. And this is too funny, but I just remembered your caption. I think the security light is just fine. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Social media, huh? Crazy. Hello to Grandma and Grandpa over on the other side of the mountains. Very good to see you guys here in the chat. I love you. And Christoph will be following the replay probably tomorrow, he said, or the next day. We'll see. And it's really, really precious to be back with you all as well. And you know, I took a brief hiatus from my live streams in order to start developing my very first online course. And I'm working on material that will help me to teach you and friends of yours, family members, just planting the seed. If you know of anybody that wants to play with more freedom, and either they've taken piano lessons in the past or they are currently a student, my hope is to be a coach from a neutral corner and to be able to come in and inject some fresh inspiration in a bite-sized way. So instead of having regular lessons, and I've been a teacher before and had regular curriculum I take students from, and we go through it together, but this time I want to be a little more flexible with what I share and basically teach you and teach friends, whoever will eventually take this content and run with it. I want to teach them how to play with more freedom and to express the sounds, the songs that are inside, and they may not know how to let them out. And so we're going to talk through some really great ways to discover more of that, and to kind of give you some wheels and maybe a chassis of a car to be able to ride in to get to where you want to go. So if that's interesting to you, stay tuned. And if you haven't yet, I would encourage you to subscribe to my newsletter, which you can find on my website, kelseyleemusic.com. Also, I have two kitties that very much enjoy coming often to the live stream, and this little one is Willow. Let's see if I can do the kitty cam for you. Willow, say hello. That's a good view of her in the Christmas tree. Yes. Shall I play another song, Willow? Now, I have to say, it has been so fun getting together all of these materials to share with you about this collaboration with Christoph. And this has been in the works since midsummer, actually before that, because we recorded in June. And then my mind started with all these ideas of what we could do. So it's really exciting to actually flesh this out now. And I'm learning how to do all the tech stuff and figure out how to share it with you. And this is a real honest moment. I had some stuff that I was going to share one way, and I realized literally 7 or 8 minutes before I went live that it wasn't going to work. So I am learning as we go. And definitely tech is not my most confident way to express myself, but I'm learning and it's good. And I have a wonderful husband who's level-headed, and he looks at a situation and helps me to figure out how to display my screen where my adrenaline's going, and I don't think without him I would have been able to do it. So thank you, babe. He says welcome. All right, so I am going to play just something else for fun. And I don't know about you, but the older I get, I'm only early 30s. How old am I? 31. But I am starting to enjoy Christmas music a lot earlier because the season is so short. But it's also very convenient because Christmas gigs start rolling around about the first and a half or second week of December, and they have to be ready. So with that, I just want to share some Christmas flavor with you. And let me know in the chat, what is your very favorite Christmas song? you know, there are smatterings of that song, that arrangement, that, oh yeah, I forgot, there's double piano there, sorry. Did you know that you are listening to a very nice Garriton sample of a Yamaha CFX 9-foot grand piano, concert grand piano? That is what you're listening to. And then I mute the mic and then I'm listening to the speaker inside my keyboard here because there is a little bit of what we call a latency or delay. And so I can't actually listen to the beautiful sample that you are hearing. Just thought you might appreciate knowing that behind the scenes. But anyhow, what I just did was it's a loose arrangement that's similar to one that I released last Christmas. O Come, Emmanuel is one of the singles that I created and I released just after Thanksgiving last year. And you can find it on anywhere that you stream my music. So if that's interesting to you, I have 6 singles that are available of the Christmas flavor. Anyhow, hello, Miss Kimberly. Great to see you. You are very talented, my dear. Oh my goodness. Kimberly Starkey, my friends, if you have not heard of Kimberly, you need to go look up her music because she is beautiful, she's inspiring. You are also an educator or a coach. What word would you use to describe what you do? Let me know, Kimberly. Great to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Wow. And Jenny says that she loves, because I asked, what is your favorite Christmas song? She said, I love What Child Is This and Little Town of Bethlehem for minor songs and Joy to the World for major. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, it just so happens that Joy to the World was a song that I covered and released last year. Have you heard that version, Jenny? Let me know. Okay, friends, well, I am so excited to share with you a little bit more about Christoph. And to begin, I thought it would actually be fun to show a little creative moment that he and I shared together during our chat in June. So the context is I was asking him questions about his story. I was asking him, tell me about some of those influences when you grew up. Show me a little glimpse of how your influences with your first teachers helped to shape who you are as a musician. And he also shared some really beautiful gold. So that podcast is going to be dropping in the next couple days, possibly tomorrow morning, we'll see. But I will be putting it on my YouTube channel and I look forward to sharing that episode with you. And in the middle of talking about improvisation, Christoph said, you know, I think you'd be fun to do something about liberty. And so he said, would you be interested to just on the spot try doing a little jamming? And so I actually edited that little part of our conversation and I'm going to share it with you right now. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic and I'm going to share. It's just a little 3-minute video where Christoph and I both riff off our own interpretation of liberty.
Challenge for you. You compose a little 30-second Inner Liberty, and I compose a 30-second Inner Liberty.
Do you want to try?
Yeah, I would. Can you
Sure.
do this well enough? Is that okay
Yeah.
for music, not only speech? Inner Liberty. Okay, that was my 30 seconds challenge that I made myself.
Very nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You want me to try?
I'd love to hear your Inner
Okay.
Liberty.
Inner liberty. Let's see.
Wow, great. Can you hear me again or not?
Yeah, let me get
Not yet.
Sorry.
Can you hear me? Yeah,
There you
wonderful.
go.
Wow, nice. You did this in B major. It's not a very famous scale for most pianists. I really like that.
Oh, thank you. It was fun. I love to think of it's of inner liberty, being free from just even one tone center, but then trying somewhere different. And yeah. That's actually a little bit of a melody I've been playing with. So for everyone that just heard that, we'll see. Maybe that will make it onto something sometime soon. And we're back. Gosh, this is really fun. I'm getting used to pushing all these buttons. Another behind the scenes moment, if you're curious, this is a stream deck, and you can program every single button, which I have, with every part of a live stream. And so I'm learning this as I go here, but you can actually add websites, which I'll show you later, because I'm going to take you onto this special website page I created just for this collaboration. And it's very fun to learn new things. So I am learning as we go. Wasn't it fun to hear Inner Liberty a la Christoph Pagel and then a la Kelsey Lee Cate? It was very different, wasn't it? And I kind of wanted to riff off that, if you will, and say that it's so interesting how we all approach a similar concept a very different way creatively. And in fact, for those who are here who are also musicians, I know I have multiple musicians here right now. I would love to know, would any of you think of Inner Liberty in a minor key, just for fun? Because I kind of went more, glittery, some whole tone stuff in there, a little Disney, because liberty, free, like flight. But maybe liberty for some people means peace. And peace for some people can mean a minor key. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there. And thank you, Kimberly. I'm so glad you appreciate the setup. I am learning as I go. Hi, Jenny. Oh, great to see you. So fun. Yes, so that little snippet that I just shared with you is part of the conversation that I had with Christoph that I look forward to publishing soon. And it's a really great episode. And I'll probably chop a couple little bits and post it as I go here as well, because he's so wise, and he's not only a performer, a composer, but he's also a teacher. So he has that mindset of making things approachable and bite-sized and also meditative. Anyway, but you're just gonna have to watch it. And if you do, I would love to know what you learn and appreciate the most. So, okay, this is the deal. The collaboration that we're doing came about because Christoph sent me back in June, or actually it would have been maybe May, a message. And he said, Kelsey, I have CDs in a factory in the States, because Christoph lives in Berlin. And he said, these CDs need to be sent to a US address by some such date, or else they're going to be destroyed. He said, would you be interested to maybe do something and be creative? I forget exactly how the conversation went, but it sparked an interesting conversation where we thought, well, why don't we actually do something with the CDs that are sitting in a warehouse somewhere in the States and actually get them into the hands and hearts of our friends and family? So that was the impetus for it. And I just happened to receive about, I forget how many weeks later it was, maybe 3 or 4 weeks later, I received some very special pieces of art. And I looked at them, and it's not only a physical copy, but also I took a look at the Spotify and the Apple Music versions of all of the music, and it's just so beautiful, and it's very diverse. So I'm gonna share just a little bit with you, but I want to encourage you to take a look and a listen to Christoph's music on his website, and look on, actually the easiest way would be if you look up Christoph Pagel on Spotify. That's where I like to listen to my music, and just go through his albums and take a listen. So this is the deal. For the next 2 weeks, we were thinking it would be really fun to do to share the actual physical copies of music with friends and family in a real personal way. And this is how, even though Christoph lives in Berlin, what I want to do is for everybody who orders a CD, there's a place, because David is smart and he figured this out, that you could actually have a field where you order who you want us to sign the CDs to. And so I'm including a copy of my album in there, and then he will be able to also autograph the CDs for you as well. So if you want to make a note in there, it's not required, but it sure is fun and it's personal. And so what he's going to do is he's going to write a little message to each person who purchases, and then he's going to send that to me, and I'm going to print it, and then I'm going to include that. So that is as personal, I suppose, from afar as you can get. So you will be having a handwritten note from Christoph as well as from me. So this is what we're including in, we're offering 2 different bundles for the holiday season. And if you already have my CD, which right now is my only CD, it's Poiéma, Stories from the Piano. And this was released in 2020, right at the very beginning, technically December 2019, but 2020 is when it was released. And these songs are some of the melodies I actually wrote as a kid, and then I grew them up and developed them. In fact, the title track, Poiéma, used to be called Refuge, speaking of refuge, and it was dormant for a very long time. And then I took a bunch of these melodies, including Refuge turned Poiéma, and developed them and arranged them such for the first album. So that's the little backstory here. And then, so the first bundle has 6 CDs. And for the first CD here, I wrote a little note for myself. This fun vignette piano bar represents how Christoph loves his city. He loves Berlin and to be in the places where the people are. He loves to share. He has an amazing repertoire of, I think, over 700 songs that he's able to perform of various genres. And he said that he loves to connect with the people and to be in their atmospheres and to celebrate and play for weddings and parties. And we actually, part of our conversation was about coming back after quarantine and how to do that. So piano bar, and then Piano Dreams he did in 2014. And you actually, I'm going to show you on the website better album artwork for all of this. But Piano Dreams, he says, was recorded at 2 great concerts in 2014. And you find deep and profound improvisational compositions, as well as vivid interpretations of Christoph's works, accompanied by a cellist and a percussion player. And something else I really appreciate about Christoph is that he goes beyond the piano. He goes beyond just even one modality of play. And so in an album that, I'll just tell you about it now. Who cares about an order? So this CD here, Stadtstille, means, don't want to get this wrong, city silence. And he says that Stadtstille is the first concept album on the piano by Christoph. The city and how it is pulsating and coming to rest, especially at some hidden places. This CD won the award Album of the Year in Berlin Philharmonic Hall in 2018. So also you can stream this music and listen and get a little taste for how cool it is. And then you could actually have a physical copy autographed, digitally autographed, and I'll print it and include it by Christoph for you. This is an excellent album, very interesting. And the back of it, which actually, check this out. I can do this, webcam, and I can do this little close-up for you. So these are some of the song titles. It might be too blurry, sorry, but each of these titles shows you different places, or these songs remind him of different places. And they're all in German, which has been fun. I've been using Google Translate this week. And then this is Christoph's, dropping the mic. There we go. Okay. This is Christoph's original first album that he wrote in 2008. And he says, this is the first naked piano album, so just solo piano, by Christoph, recorded on his studio grand piano in 2008, and it's still a blast, and it sure is. It's really beautiful. And I would love to share a little excerpt that he recorded for us of this song, or in this album. And actually, one of my very favorite songs of his, Wind in September, is on that album. And finally, we have Piano Dreams Volume 2, the cello one. And this one, I'll show you the cover. It's pretty cool. And this one is, it's his first album including cello. 7 of the 20 tracks of this album have this fine and melancholic sound of piano with cello. Some of the greatest piano compositions by Christoph are also included in this album. I believe including Snow, but Christoph will have to confirm that with me later. And Snow is a very beautiful piece and very apropos for this time of year, in fact. So that is the first bundle, and that is 6 CDs that we are offering for $39.99. And as David Nevue puts it, of Whisperings Piano Radio, he says, the more you buy, the more you save. So these make excellent gifts, especially, and I would say we would be willing to handwrite if you have specific recipients that you want to give individual CDs to. So say you stream Piano Dreams Volume 2, the cello one. You stream this and you find that you fall in love with a particular song and you go, oh, so-and-so would love this. I want you to include in your order. Can you specifically write a little note for Aunt Susie for Piano Dreams Volume 2? If you'd like us to personalize on that level, we'd be happy to. And it might be easiest if you send me an email after you purchase so that I can keep them straight and to know which autograph you'd like to go to each person. So that is the first bundle, and then the second one that we have is the same CDs minus the bar piano and the live 2014 album. So this set includes his first works. This is the one that he first recorded in 2008, and Piano Dreams Volume 2, the cello one, and Stadtstelle, I would say avant-garde. I don't know if you'd agree with me or not, but I don't know if you would agree with that word, but it's the forward thinking, more modern sound in this one. And then Poiéma, Stories from the Piano. And again, friends, if you've already purchased my CD, I would encourage you to think about somebody who, whether they listen to CDs physically or not, if there's somebody that comes to your heart who would really resonate with even one of these songs, what would be really special, I think, would be to write, actually, I'm just kind of brainstorming here, but if you were to send me an email and say, Mary loves, or you could even, actually, this would be special too, you could say, Mary is going through a tough time right now, and Anchor, I really feel like would speak to her. What you could do is you could ask me to write a little love note to her inside her copy, and then say something about Anchor. And why not? Let's make this personal. I would really love this to be something where it's an extension of me and my heart. And this is Christoph's interest as well, is we want to be able to connect with those who listen and to have something that's a physical reminder that we care about you. And this is why we do what we do. We love to share the music and the stories, and also to put ourselves out there, because it's not easy to be a solo pianist, to be a musician, to be an artist. And Kimberly, I don't know if you're still in here, but that for sure, I know that you know that's the case. And it is such a pleasure and an honor to share the music with you. So the best way to learn more is to go to my website, kelseyleemusic.com. And actually, I'm going to share my screen and show you now as we are here. And then I'll type it in the chat before we go. So I'm going to go to web page. And then this is OBS in case anyone's curious. Okay, so my web page, go back up here. Let me know in the chat if you can see this well. But my hope is that you can see this nice and easily. So both bundles you can see described in actually even more detail. Oh, we're loading, okay. With a little information that you can reread about each of these CDs, which I love, as well as a place to be able to put your personalization if you want. And then here's the group of 6 CDs, and same here, same format, but just with the added. So you know what you're getting, you can be reminded of what is included. And also, I'm really excited about this, I included some more about Christoph, so you can learn more about his story. And just for fun, I wanted to play another one of these for you. Let's see here. I want to share, I think it's Piano Dreams Volume 1. Okay, I think this is the one, let me check. Volume 1. Wait. Piano, oh, okay. So one of my favorites of his is in this one here. It's the second song that he plays in this little recording where he calls, and I'm going to actually let him just pronounce it for you, but the English version is Evening Wind in September.
From this CD, I just want to show you 2 themes. One is the Rebel, der Rebell, and one is Abendwind im September, which means smooth wind in December. Piano Dreams Volume 1 was actually my first
a round of applause,
album.
Christoph.
And I want to play excerpts from Schönheit des Augenblicks, which means beauty of the moment.
That is what we're doing.
And
I am really excited and hopeful that people are going to receive these as gifts this Christmas. And I suppose if you look at it this way, if you purchase, well, this is the economical side of me. If you purchase the 6 CD bundle, for example, and that's about $50, $49.99. If you divide that by 6, that's about $10 per gift that you could give of a personal gift to somebody. And if you go on to Christoph's music and you stream and you listen, you can actually think about somebody who would really resonate with a particular song, or if it makes you think of something or somebody. And then in the notes, I have a feeling I'm going to have a lot of personal notes, which I love. I'm going to have a lot of homework here from you guys. So you could actually give me a personal note that you want me to give each person of the 6. And also, just to let you know, this is limited. And so I only have, I think it was, oh, I wrote this down. I have 4 sets of the 4 CD bundle, and then I have 5 sets of the 6 CD bundle. So if that's interesting to you and you like this idea and it's personalized, whether we've actually met in person or we're meeting virtually, and I know there's a couple folks I've actually met since starting the live stream, which is really sweet as well. And Gary Peluso, you and I met with Anita over at the house concert with Mark and Jenny Holland. So whether we've met in person or not, this is a really great opportunity to have that connection. And this is, oh, you can still hear him?
So these two tracks
are my favorites
from this album, I think.
Oh, sorry guys. Hang on. One sec. I think he stopped. Okay. Sorry. Thank you. See, it takes a village, and I appreciate all the help that I can get. Anyhow, so that is how to order them, is simply to go to kelseyleemusic.com, and I have a button there that will take you to the actual page that I designed for this collaboration as well. And I will put that real quick in the chat for you. And we are almost out of time, but I have one little last thing that I want to share with you. But let me know in the chat if you're still here or on the replay, if you have any special, fun, Christmassy things that you are up to this week. Have you gotten your tree? kelseyleemusic.com. There we go. Okay. I have to confess, our house is still in construction mode and we may not get an actual tree this year. I don't know. So this might be our actual Christmas tree. Could be. We shall see. Tune in next time and we'll see if that's true. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is where you can find my Christmas music, because this music is so special to my heart. And it is some of these songs that I recorded. It was a really interesting experience to do it last year, because I remember thinking, how can I possibly commit to one arrangement? That's how I felt really too about Poiéma, these songs as well, as how can I commit to just one version? But I've actually fallen in love with many different versions of it. And so the ones that you hear on Spotify or Apple Music, and there's no physical CD for that, it's only streaming. I really love that version. It's fun. So anyhow, I'm going to page share and go back to my website. Oops, wrong keyboard. I have two keyboards here. Okay, go back to my website, and this is where you can find my Christmas music. If you go up to listen and stream, there we go, Christmas 2021 singles. And now this is just fun because, and I'm going to try doing the full screen here, I actually created a little menu of each of these songs here. And you can find this again by going to my website and under listen and stream. If you hover over that, this page will show. And I have done The First Noel, Joy to the World, Angels We Have Heard on High, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, O Come, Emmanuel, and Silent Night. And so it was really fun to put this together last year and kind of do a little bit of a taste test, if you will, of how to describe these songs and the arrangements and what they meant to me. So if you do listen to those and you also find one that really hits your fancy, let me know, because it's always fun to know what folks like to listen to. So to end my stream tonight, I just want to say thank you very much, whether you are visiting tonight for the first time and you were curious about what is happening with Kelsey and this German pianist, what is she doing? Or you're just here to hang out. I just want you to know that you are so loved and that you are a very important part and reason why I do what I do. And it means the world that people like to listen to the music, and that it is part of your Christmas tradition. In fact, since we're talking about Christmas music, some people have said that they've turned on my music and they've started to bake Christmas cookies or decorate their tree, and that's just so precious, because we have special holiday music at our house. BB and CC Winans, Katinas, of course Frank and Bing, Nat King Cole. For fun, as I finish this last song here, let me know in the chat who is one of your favorite timeless people that you listen to. Sorry? sleep in heavenly peace, my friends, or a nap if you're listening to this in the afternoon. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your first week. Today is actually the first day of Advent, and I look forward to seeing you next Thursday. And until then, again, and I'm not trying to be salesy, I can't do sales, but I just want to let you know that it's limited to 4 bundles with the 4 CDs and then 5 bundles with the 6 CDs. So if there are people that come to your mind or your heart that you would really like to bless in a unique way this holiday season, I can't think of a better way, honestly. I know I'm biased, but I mean it. And if I heard another artist is doing this, I think I would want to take a look at what they're doing as well. So with that, God bless, my friends. And let me just address the chat really quick before we go. Hello, Kenji. Great to see you. And Gary, thanks also for helping me with the screen share comment. Still learning. I appreciate it. And Mark and Jenny said they're going to a Mosaic choir and orchestra concert on Saturday, and then you have a student recital next weekend. How fun. I hope you post some videos and pictures, Jenny. I'd love to see that. Wonderful. All right, friends. Thank you. Good evening and good night. God bless.